Hello Nitro fans, Racing 393 for part 9.5. Just some small odds and sods jobs to complete on this car. So I thought, well, I might as well document it. Just so that, I document this because one is people do like to watch what I do or keep updated of what I'm doing with this car. And also I do these so for my own sanity. So I have not occasionally, as time goes on, I do look back on my own videos. So they're not often, but I just sort of look back on what I did to get the car to where I got it. So in years to come, and I mean a number of years, it'll be interesting to look back on something which perhaps is even more rare. I'm hoping to keep it in this condition. That's why I don't go out and absolutely rag my RC cars, any of them, because I like to keep them in good condition. And if I do damage them, then I'll repair them, where possible with proper parts. So there's a few things I'm going to do on this car in this video. Just a few things that have been, I just haven't really got around to doing them. One is we're going to glue the tyres on because these are Kyosho type fitment, so the bead is kind of in the tyre. It's a bit awkward, I must admit, but I'm going to do my best. I don't think I'm going to do it fully round, but I just want it sort of at various points around the tyre. I'm going to do the backs as well. I have now put an air filter on the engine. I'll show that in a second. That will also mean I will cut a hole here so that the air intake can get air flowing through the top of the shell. So rather than just relying on what's going underneath the car potentially, when I was tuning the engine or got it running in the last video, it didn't have an air cleaner on there, so that is something which is going to affect the tune, but we're nowhere near done on that yet. What else was there? The obvious one being the one-way bearing. So I won't do it in this video, but I'll do that perhaps off camera, because I've got a load of these engines and they've all got these one-way bearings. Now I could probably go and buy a new one-way bearing. I think they're standard size. Are they 12mm? I can't remember. I had it all written down. There's various different designs and specifications of these bearings, so I'll have to just check. I think they're fairly standard. I think I've seen loads of them, and I've actually got a couple of new ones. It's just finding them, isn't it? So I think the first thing I'm going to do, I'll take the shell off, and you can have a look at the air cleaner that I've put on there. And there she is. Should be fine. I'm actually thinking also of mounting the battery underneath. I don't know how much of a hassle that's going to be. It should reach. I know I've put it on there, but I can just take it off. It will also mean having to undo this and moving the exhaust out of the way a little bit. And just sitting, that should fit under there quite nicely. I'm hoping it won't be in the way of anything. Just to get it off the top, and it will allow the airflow when it goes through the window, the front window, it'd be less restricted. Yeah, that's my plan. I'll have to sort of, it's velcroed on at the moment there, but if I take the velcro off, it should come off. I'm hoping. And we could put it underneath. You could ask yourself why. But these simple tasks end up, I'll just do that. And then it doesn't do that. So I think what I'll do initially is I'm going to get this moved. This will tidy up some of this up here. It won't be so everywhere because it was dangling, it was going around the pressure hose from the exhaust. Yeah. Right, let me do that. Let me attempt to get that off. I'll move the exhaust and I'll just make sure that fits under there. Then I'll just add some Velcro. Goes in there rather nicely, hidden away underneath. It is Velcroed in, so it's going to be a bit of a bitch to get out if that ever goes wrong, but it's not too difficult to take this top bit off anyway. I'm now just going to tidy up the loose wire here to the best that I can. I want to keep it away from any moving parts. So I'm just going to sort of put a little bit of tape and hold that part in a particular place. So I could even cable tie it against the other sort of the loom, as it were, there. So I'm just going to do that. So that's all done on this part anyway. I'll put the wire in there now. The lead that goes from the switch through to the battery, I've just sort of taped it down there and sort of bound it and got a bit of a tie or zip tie there around the rest of the sort of the loom, and it's sort of like loosely held on. I've given the exhaust a little bit of a quick clean. It's not perfect by any stretch. I haven't done the other side underneath here, sort of just below centre, as you can see, but I have done like the top, what you can see comes up really well. Comes up really well there. I mean, it's super smooth and shiny, and this is the original exhaust of the era of kit. It's not the original exhaust of this motor. So, but yeah, so far so good. So that looks really good at the moment. It's all sort of hidden away, as neat and tidy as can be done. What I'm going to do now is we're going to cut a hole in the front of the shell using this tool here to do like a perfect circle, and it's just so that the air can flow through for the air filter. I haven't treated the air filter with any substance, sort of air filter, what's it called? Primer for the air filter to stop things and dust going into the engine. I also haven't zip tied it onto the throat of the carb, the intake of the carb, just yet. But yeah, so I'm gonna cut a hole, and then I think what I'll do then is we'll do the wheels, but I'll cut a hole and stick the shell on. And there you have it. It's all the bits you can't see are done. I've cut the hole in the front of the window to allow some airflow into the cabin area. It's come out right. It's not as neat as I wanted it, but it's really thick. Lexan there, really thick. Alexa, stop! Oh, because I said the word Lexan. So I said the word thick Lexan, and that thing thought I said, I'm not going to say it because it will come on. Anyway, that was weird. All done on that side. Exhaust poking through lovely. I might need to tidy that bit up a little bit for sort of basic tuning when I've got the shell on. But now we're going to turn our attention to this. These are a little bit fiddly because you can see if I move that away, it's going to be awkward. So I have to move it away, put a bit of glue in there and put it back together. It's going to, and I don't want to put too much on, but the tyre walls do end up, they don't fit these wheels perfectly. So yeah, I'm gonna take the wheel off. I'll glue one of them, show you. Okay, I'm not gonna start filming me gluing with super glue. It'll go everywhere, so that ain't gonna happen. What I am using, not sure what I'm using. I just got it off Model Sport, so it's just, what is it? Strong Tyre Glue it's called. Who's it made by? Sweep? I've never heard of it. Who cares? It'll work. Right. let me do the tyre. So I've done that one, it didn't take too long. I do it at like points, I don't want to smother it, so like 12, 6, 3, 9. The problem with this one, you can see that it doesn't sit, and the reason is, in there was the old rubber, which I just couldn't get out. I dug it, it took ages to clean these wheels up, but I just could not get the old rubber that was in there. It was super hard, no matter what I did. So that there is just where the bead doesn't go right down. It is annoying, but it is stuck. The rest of the wheel, it's probably easy to get off if I have to. It's not covered in super glue. I've done that side as well. This side actually fits a little bit better. So you can, I sort of did it there, 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 and there. So I'm only doing it in 4 points on each wheel. So that's better. That's sort of, to me, it's at least it's on the rim now. It shouldn't. I mean, if it does come off, it comes off, is it? It doesn't really know what I can do about that. But right, so another 3 to go. There's not much else to see when I've done this, so I'll just come back for a closing, unless I find anything else to do. But I'll see you when I've done all this. And there it is. I wouldn't say completely done, as usual with my videos, but as done as it can be. I haven't done the one-way bearing, not yet, because I can start it with the starter box. So the next sort of edition, the real, well, not the real part, this is 9.5, part 9.5. Part 10 will be a running video with the shell on and, you know, done properly. The tyres went on really well. I've cleaned like the wheel nuts up here and oiled them so they go on nice and smooth. The only different thing I could do with really is on the hubs on these Kyoshos, they've got like a little O-ring that goes around the hub, and it kind of stops the dirt getting into the grub screw, so you can take the hubs off and stuff. Well, on this side, it's got the rubber sort of O-ring on both wheels, front and rear, but on this side, they're missing. I'll have to have a look at what, perhaps I can find them somewhere online. I don't know if anyone knows the size. They're only little thin, like, I wouldn't say luminescent bands. They're just like little O-rings which protect the 17. Are they 17 mil in there? I can't remember now. I think so. Not that the size is any issue, but it will stop the dirt going in. But that's just the things that are missing that I noticed. Plugged the exhaust because I was looking at it a minute ago at something and oil was coming out. So just to summarise, this is pretty much done. We've obviously got that to put in, but that'll be at a later date. The fuel tank is a suck it and see. It does work. For how long, I don't know. I have a solution, as mentioned by somebody who watched my videos, so I will go along with that. I've got to tune this motor, get the best out of it that I can. And we've also got a little camera which I can stick on the front here, or the side, or with some blue tack, or we can put it on the rear or the roof. So hopefully get some action shots of this car running. I don't know whether I'll put a speed meter on. I might do. I might just put the sort of the Sky RC GPS, see what sort of speed it does. I'm not too fussed about the speed at the moment. It's more reliability, which is why it takes so much time getting things done and done properly, like the wiring and everything, all the loom put in and out of the way. You know, I say unreliable. There's too many other things that can go wrong with a Nitro. So I think taking your time with all the basics makes a big difference. We've got that air filter wants to be treated with air filter oil. That's about it. That's going to be 9.5. Yeah, so this has been a really good journey. It's going to be 10 parts initially, but have a look back at the early stages. On one of my previous videos, I linked them all in the description. I will do it again on this one. So up to 9.9 be 9, won't it? So 9.9 would include 1 to 9 parts. So you can look back at my journey of when I first got it, cleaned it down, my process is to get it to this stage. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So, part 10, I said that in the last video, but we're going to get this out at some point when we get it running. We'll get a camera on it and hopefully have a little bit of fun. This isn't fully tuned yet because it was ticking over okay. Like I said, the plug wasn't nipped down, but when you open the taps on it, it just cuts. The other MP5 did exactly that. I can't remember what I did. That one was set, that's a 0.28 motor. This is a 0.21. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit of fiddling to get it running. And you know, when you run things for longer, that's when you can sort of, things can show up that are not working properly, i.e. the tank or, you know, the setup, diffs, etc. But anyway, enough of that rambling on. I'm holding the camera still as I can, so I apologise there if it's moving around. But I appreciate you watching. Part 9.5, just the sort of odds and sods that I've been doing. And we'll be out for part 10 very soon. Thanks for watching and bye for now.